I think because I'm a California native, like I baseline kind of match up with the frequency. I can get to the mountains, I can go on some great hikes, I can go to the ocean. There's great food. I can, drive to my hometown. I come from a smaller town just north of San Francisco. But there's, yeah, I let's just say this: there's not a month that goes by that I don't leave LA.
Mm.
In October, I spent 3 weeks of the 4 out of
Yeah. Yeah.
LA. The question really becomes, where else would I go?
Yeah. I mean, that's a question that we always
You know?
pose, where it's like,
Yeah.
if we were going to leave this situation, where would we go? And my first thought's always like, Berlin. It's like that's the only place I'd go. And it's like, okay.
Yeah. 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 The thing that in my mind makes the most sense would be like Paris. You know,
It's
I have a friend who lives there. I've spent, a few weeks, I think maybe like a little over a month in the last 2, 3
mm,
years there. And it's just lovely.
yeah.
It's just a lovely
And I
place.
think it's, if you get on the right energies, like we were saying, if you get on the right energies with people, then it
Yeah.
becomes so easy to live there. That like
Yeah.
people always say like, oh, I don't like going to Germany because everyone's so short and so abrupt. And when I go there and I'm like, which train do I get on to go to the zoo? They're like, that one. And I'm like, okay, when's it leave? 5 minutes. I'm like, thank you. This is a perfect interaction.
Yeah, the Germans are very
Very
efficient.
efficient, and I like it.
I spent the holidays in Germany, I think the year before last, and it was lovely.
Mm.
It was very lovely. The thing that I would struggle with in Germany is the food, just like so much pork.
It's just so like heavy.
It's very
It's
heavy.
so
It's a lot
heavy.
of pork. Yeah, I mean,
Don't get
delicious,
me wrong.
but it's a
I,
lot. It's a
I
lot.
like. I don't know how many brats I could eat before I'm just like, that's enough. Stop with the brats. I can't do no more
Yeah,
brats.
yeah. I thought I had that number of how many I could eat until I died, and I far surpassed it. And you know what? I was okay. I was okay.
Were you? Were you though?
It was good. It was good to come back to
Take a
California,
salad.
get some of that lighter fare. But yeah, it's a beautiful country. I mean, I just love. I mean, European countries just have such depth of history, and like you're not gonna find many buildings in Los Angeles that really truly inspire
Oh,
or pique your imagination.
yeah. And there's like pubs in Shrewsbury where I live, which are like, I don't want to be that guy, but they're older than your country. And it's really
Yeah,
weird that it's like this has been a run operating pub longer than America has existed, and this isn't even one of our old ones. Like, this is just one of them.
and I love that.
Yeah.
There's definitely a feeling um, to history. A historical location that has been serving and
Mm.
hosting life for that long. Um, and whenever I'm in Europe, I feel that. I feel that very much
Mm.
because it's so drastically different from here.
Yeah.
Like here, my the house that I'm in now is 120 years old, super old.
Wicked old.
Yeah, there's no stones though. Like it's sinking into the
Yeah.
earth, like at odd angles. You know, but it's not the same. Yeah, I just saw. I think Jeremy Irons bought a fucking castle in Ireland or Scotland. I
Yeah.
think it's
I think it was
Ireland.
Ireland.
And he made it into this incredible home, and I'm just so jealous.
But also, like, they're not they're not America expensive, those places. They're
I
like,
know.
they're expensive, sure. But it's like you
Sure.
could buy a castle for like 1 million or 2, and you're like, a whole castle for
Yeah.
like 2 million?
Yeah.
That's
That one that's in
yeah.
pretty good shape.
I'll take it.
Yeah. You could buy a smaller, less kind of put together castle for like $300,000.
And then now we're talking doable money.
Yeah. Doable money, especially if you get an HD TV,
Hey,
deal.
I mean, come
I
on.
mean, come on. I watched a series on Peacock called Escape to the Chateau.
Oh yeah,
Have you seen
yeah.
that? I mean, those two are hilarious, but they they buy a what is it, a something like a 40 room
Mm,
castle
yeah,
in Normandy.
they're just available.
And I think I mean, I can't remember what they spent on. It was almost nothing. I mean, it was completely falling apart, but
Yeah,
inspiring. It's inspiring.
but yeah, the amount of YouTube videos I've seen where it's just like, hey, me and my husband bought this old French monastery for 200,000 euros, and you're like, excuse me, that place is beautiful, and it's like, yeah, it's a lot of
Yeah,
work, and it's like for 200,000, I don't care how much work, I'll do it, I'll do
that's
all of
right.
it,
Yeah, you put a million into it.
and. And you're going to tell me that you're not going to spend every day, yes, getting angry, getting annoyed, getting tired, getting knackered, but also at the end of it, it's like, you seen what we got? This is
Yeah,
brilliant.
yeah. We have a castle.
So the film is currently being the film got renamed to The Twin. It was The Fetch, wasn't it?
It sure
So
was.
now it's The Twin.
God, I sometimes dream like how great it would be if somehow the distributor would just say, "Hey, we got it wrong.
Mm.
We're gonna call it the fetch again." I just so wish.
I, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Well, and it's just I don't want to harp on it. It's just so many people go to try and find my film, and they say, or one of my uncles who has been a real supporter of my filmmaking has all these like older buddies who love film and were really excited to see it. And he's like, "Hey, just so you know, a lot of my friends go to watch The Twin and they end up watching the wrong movie because there was one from 2022 called The Twin and it's a horror genre film, and I haven't seen it. Doesn't get great reviews." And so on our I think on our letterbox, someone was like, "Why the fuck are they putting this movie out again? Blah blah blah. It was shit the first time." And we were like,
Hey yo.
"Hello, thanks for your review. Just to let you know, it's a different film from the one you saw."
So could you be nice? Could you get rid of that
Yeah,
one and go watch our
yeah,
film? Um,
yeah.
and it's on Shudder.
Yeah, it's currently streaming on Shutter.
Nice.
It's available for rental or purchase, kind of everywhere
Yeah.
else. It's We're working with international distribution company Kaleidoscope,
Oh yeah.
and they've got it. They took it to TIFF. They took it to. They're at AFM with it
Oh
now.
nice.
Apparently, they're getting some great interest. So we're going to kind of see what the international distribution strategy looks like. Hopefully, in the next month or so.
Perfect.
Um, yeah, so fingers crossed that
Yeah.
goes well.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully. And you've got
Yeah.
Iron and Dirt, which is your directorial debut.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was my as a writer director. That
Nice.
was my first kind of project. It was at a time when I was very um, just frustrated with being an actor. Knowing that I wanted to be working and collaborating at a higher level,
Yeah.
and wanting my hands in the clay earlier on. Coming from the theater, I loved circling up around the table, doing table work with the designers and the director and
It's
the costume.
why I prefer working with theatre actors, because
Yeah,
they want to get in as early as possible and just fucking get as much of it in them as they can. And you're like, oh, good,
yeah,
yeah, get it
yeah.
all.
And the results, I've never had the experience of the results not being much better when that's the case.
It's always yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a lot more work, but it's the work that we choose to do.
Exactly.
So Iron and Dirt was really my trial to see, like, okay, well, if I'm waiting for an acting career to get me to a certain point where I can then become a filmmaker, I might as well just become a mailman.
Fair,
You
yeah.
know, at the rate it was going, like, the network television stuff wasn't really satisfying my creative
I,
part. So
yeah.
it was an amazing experience. And I was really happy with it. Being a first film, I collaborated with some great people. The woman opposite me, it was my wife at the
Okay.
time. And yeah, it was the launching point for sure. at this right after that, I started a group called Story Lab,
Mm-hmm.
just because I was like really on the kick of like, oh, well, we can collaborate.
Yeah.
No permission needed. So I got a group of actors, writers, directors, people who did all of those things. And I just pitched every 2 weeks, getting together and moving our stories one small step forward
Perfect.
in collaboration. Not knowing if it would work, if people would show up. And it was just insane how these little steps, people, I mean, we had full scripts, these beautiful scripts. People who had never written a script before were writing these incredible scripts.
Nice.
Better than, 90% of the things that was coming to me through my agents, these scripts that were getting funded. I was just like, these don't even make sense.
Don't
You
they? It
know?
drives me mad.
Yeah, I mean, it's a double-edged sword. It's like, oh, why are these getting made? And anyone can do this. Like it really. I really believe, like in anything, it's the people who believe in themselves the most. The people who just say, I have doubts, but screw it. I'm just going to keep
Yeah.
talking about it, keep pushing it, keep believing in myself. Those are the people who succeed, and I think that's a great lesson. And honestly, like I might not like a lot of the stuff that comes out or gets produced, but hats off to the people that are doing it, because they're just saying, I'm going to do it, and they do it.
And there's, you think about, there's the really well-known names that are churning work out, and it's not easy. It's not much easier for them. It's easier for them, but it's still a nightmare trying to get someone to buy in, give you the money, and then get your team together and then actually go make the thing. Just getting a film created in its own right, doesn't matter who you are, is an achievement. So I agree with you. When I watch films that are new and I'm like, it's not very good, but I hope everyone goes to the cinema to see it.
Yeah,
because
but they did it.
They did it. They made it. This is it. This is a piece of art on a wall, and I'm allowed to go, not for me, but well done.
Yeah, and that's what it's for.
Yeah,
that's what it's for. And and there's also that thing of saying, I think a lot of the struggle of doing it is wanting to be able to make a living off doing it.
Yeah.
Because the truth is, when I was a kid, I was making a lot of movies with my friends for $0, and it's really like the hard part is getting someone to pay for it.
Yes.
The hard part is convincing people that it's worth getting paid for. And then, it increases in challenge by, saying like, well, I want to get paid a living wage.
And can I say, I'd stop at a living wage. If they said to me, you can keep making films, you make a feature every other year, and maybe you make a short every year, and you'll just get a living wage. You don't get to have a house in Beverly Hills, you don't get to have luxury cars, but you can probably just run the car that you've got, go on the occasional holiday, and just get on with your life. I'd be like, I'll take it. I'll take that deal.
Yeah, and you know what? Those Beverly Hills houses and those cars are a lot of trouble to take care
of. I honestly wouldn't want them. Like, it'd be so much effort. Don't get me wrong. I could spend that money. I could spend.
Yeah.
Totally. Arch Motorcycles would be the first place. Keanu can have my money.
Is that a Keanu brand motorcycle?
Arch Motorcycles are his, and there's another guy. It's two guys. It's Keanu and this other guy, and they design them. And they're like his motorcycles, but they start, I think, at 100,000 because they are custom built for you. And I don't. The most I've ever spent on a motorcycle is like $5,000, and it was beautiful. So you can't tell me that for another $95,000, it's totally worth it.
I'm looking it up right now. Oh Jesus. That's an incredible looking motorcycle.
It's a wonderful machine.
Keanu Reeves is just so cool.
Right? Like,
God, he's so cool. He's so nice. He's so lovely.
Just a normal guy who happens to be not a great actor, but a great guy.
Yeah. I think the world of him.
Yeah.
I also love riding motorcycles. I don't even have a motorcycle license because I try at every stop to not ride motorcycles because I just don't want to, injure myself.
Yeah, that's
but they're incredible.
That is the thing that goes through my mind every time I will ride my motorcycle or a motorcycle. I'm always like, oh, this is lovely, but this could also be the last time you ever ride because you could come off and really hurt yourself or kill yourself. And I'm like, well, that's ruined it. Put the bike back in the garage, turn that off.
But then all you got to do is watch, Long Way Down, Round.
Don't.
Those are my favorite. Ewan McGregor and Charlie.
I met Charlie once.
Did you?
Yeah, it was just after he had his bad accident, and I was in the bike shed, which is a motorbike cafe near where I used to work, and he was just there, and I just went up to him, and I said, it's so good to see you back on your feet, well done through all that kind of stuff, and I was like, you're the reason I want to ride motorcycles, because I watch Long Way Round, and I thought, yeah, I want to get a motorcycle and just go around the world, because that sounds perfect.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. I love that. Those series are just.
I watched because they did Long Way Home recently, didn't they?
Yeah.
And as soon as I finished that, I went back and rewatched all of the others.
Yeah, I would love to watch. Well, the first one is Long Way Down.
Round.
Or Long Way.
First one's Round. Second one's Down. Then
Up.
Up. Yeah, it's up. It's South America up to Canada, and then Long Way Home. So yeah.
Oh. I watch those and I love them, and I'm just deathly envious. There's nothing I want more than my version of Charlie.
Yeah.
Of course, I put myself in the Ewan McGregor position. And it's just, it just seems lovely. It just seems so freeing just really to be out for months exploring
just
on two wheels.
Today we're going that way. Sounds good. Just that way. Doesn't matter what.
Great.
And,
Great.
I'm the same. I rewatch those shows far too often. And then every time I watch them, I'm like, I should do that. I should totally do that. Yeah. And then, I could get on my motorbike now and I could be in Italy by tomorrow, And then,
See, now, I tell myself, if I lived in a place probably like where you live, I'd be like, yeah, no problem. But I won't even ride a bicycle in Los Angeles. Nah. My friends, anyone who I've known who's ridden a bicycle in Los Angeles has gotten in an accident and broken a wrist or a hand.
Yeah, it's not worth
at least.
I've been quite fortunate. A lot of the people I know who ride have never had a bad.
Incredible.
And it's not if, it's when you have a bad one. And I've also been very fortunate. I've never had a bad one, and it's. I think every time I think about that, I'm just like, yeah, but then those odds are getting worse and worse. Every time I ride, that's
maybe.
Or
I'm
dodging that bullet every time.
Maybe someday you quit ahead of it.
You know what I mean? They're like, oh, maybe. You were tomorrow, Ted. And I'm like, well, I quit today.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, from your lips to God's ears.
So there it is. We'll be the next generation of Long Way Round, you and I.
That'd be great.
I mean, that'd be good.
That'd be great. I want to ride a classic BMW like Charlie. Yeah. I learned on an '89. I think it was R1000.
Okay, yeah.
Really,
Well, there's the R100, which had the boxer engine like his. Did he have an R75 in the most recent one, or was it more like a sportier thing? Because it could have been the R1000.
It was the R. It was too much bike for me.
Okay. Yeah.
And it was my buddy's dad's bike, and he said, "Hey, just so you know, this is an intuitive braking system." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Just be early on them." And I'm like, "I've never ridden him." He's like, "You're going to be fine.
You're going to be good."
So I learned in a parking lot, and then we did this crazy 4-hour ride on these beautiful windy roads through Northern California. And I was just thinking the whole time, this is amazing, and way over my head.
It's very quickly it gets away from you.
It was phenomenal. I've always been very good on two wheels. I used to mountain bike and
okay.
So I'm confident on two wheels, but I'm lucky that I got away with it.
Yeah, fair. I've dodged a fair few incidents. I remember when I was learning to ride, I was on this really horrible sort of main road dual carriageway situation, which had a little roundabout that I had to go round to get off of. And when I went round, there was just so much loose dirt on it that the back end started going. And my instructor when I stopped was like, I saw that was going and I thought you were going. And I was like, but he goes like, but you throttled on, repositioned, got yourself back in and went. And he was like, that's not what I expect from someone who's just learning. And I was like, it came naturally. Just came naturally.
Hey, you're in the right spot.
Yeah. Welcome to Your Life in Film. I'm your host, Ted Bennett. This week I'm speaking with Logan Donovan. Logan is a talented actor, writer, director, and photographer. He stars in the film The Twin. After the tragic loss of his son, a man begins experiencing terrifying visions of a figure that looks like himself. As reality unravels, he must confront his past and the supernatural force haunting him before it consumes him completely. The Twin is available on Shudder, Apple, and Amazon. Logan also has created some other works like Iron and Dirt, 321, and Century Sisters, all of which can be found on Crafty's YouTube channel. I'll include the links in the notes to those. I had the pleasure of meeting Logan in Austin at the film festival, where The Twin was playing, and he was at the door greeting everyone as they came in. He was lovely to speak to before and after the film, and yeah, I like Logan. He's a good guy. So enjoy this chat. It was nice. Through the very quick research I did on you, I saw that you did. Yeah. You went to acting school in North Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina School of the Arts.
Whereabouts was that? Because I've only been to Wilmington.
Okay, it's in Winston-Salem. Okay. It's kind of near Greensboro, near-ish Raleigh.
Okay.
Hour away from Charlotte.
Nice. And what took you there?
I mean, it's one of. I mean, it's a top 5 drama school in the world. And when I was coming out of high school, I was working with an acting coach from the ACT Theater in San Francisco as an acting coach. And then I did a gap year at a community college. And, I was saying, I'm going to go to Juilliard. That's what I'm going to do. I auditioned my first year out of my senior year of high school, and I got on the wait list. And so I thought, like, next year I'll just get in.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, obviously.
But the whole way through, I had my acting coach and, other people just saying, you need to apply to North Carolina School of the Arts. The program's run by this guy, Gerald Friedman, who's a big deal. And so I was like, fine, I'll apply. I didn't even look into it, to be honest. But so I got into the Mike Nichols School in New York.
Oh, shit. And was Mike still alive at that point?
Yes. Yeah, he wasn't like, there.
No, but I'm sure you would have seen him once or twice.
Yeah, so like one of my good friends went there, and he spent time with Mike Nichols and did classes with Mike Nichols. So
imagine that.
I got in there, and I got into North Carolina.
Yeah.
And so I went to New York, and I'm like, great, this is perfect. This is what I'll do. And then I went to North Carolina, and it just kind of blew my mind. Just an incredible campus. The vibe was just through the roof. The people were amazing. The classes were amazing. I learned who Gerald Friedman was. Was like, in a roundabout way, I ended up at the school that I wanted to go to.
Perfect.
Because I was looking up to, Kevin Kline. Robin Williams was a huge influence for me. All these like early on Juilliard actors who I just loved. And turns out Gerald Friedman was one of the directors that, taught and directed at Juilliard in that time. And all of these people just were, speaking so highly of him, saying, he was the director that changed my life and blah, 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 blah. And he started, he was one of the guys who started Shakespeare in the Park. And, he's now in the, Theater Hall of Fame. He was the first American director to direct at the Old Globe in England. Like, he's just like, he was an amazing guy, and he made this incredible program. And I just couldn't have been more lucky to be there.
I'm really pleased you mentioned Kevin Kline, because I think Kevin Kline is such an underrated gem of an actor.
Oh, he's incredible.
Perfect in every role. Like like A Fish Called Wanda, he's so good. And you're thinking like he could have given you a third of that performance, and it was still doing perfect. But he went all the way, and it was like, oh yes, I love it.
Yes. I mean, truly, like a total gem and a treasure for sure. And it was great to just be outside of a major city.
Yeah.
In Winston-Salem, we were in a bubble, and we just got to like really focus. We worked our asses off there. So many great people have come out of there. Everyone that I meet from there, whether I was there at the time they were or not, I just really connect with them. They're good people. They're good people to work with. They're all over the industry.
Oh, nice.
Um, like the film school is also great. I have a lot of friends from there.
Was there
So
anyone
yeah,
from your graduating class that is um, that like that is a known name?
yeah. A few of my great friends are Dane DeHaan.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Jake Lacey's doing really well right now. Billy Magnuson was a year ahead of
Oh
me.
fuck. Okay.
Yeah, like there's so many. Bridget Regan does a ton of stuff. Anna Camp, um, so many people.
Yeah.
Like my buddy Wesley Taylor's on, is in play after play in New York and surrounding areas, and does great web series. And he did a great film called Summoning Sylvia, a horror comedy that did well. And yeah, it's just a ton of stuff. My buddy Brett is a filmmaker he's done a series of great films. Brett Haley, and he's one of my favorite directors. He runs a scene study class that's just like so much fun.
Excellent.
So yeah, lots of good people, and yeah, I just can't say enough good about the school and the program.
And were you a high school drama kid? Did you?
Yeah. So I decided that I was going to be an actor when I was 12 in sixth grade. The old "what are you going to be when you grow up" book report type thing.
Mhm.
And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to be. What do you mean? And I think I just sat down and I just thought for a minute. I'm like, well, what do I like to do? And it's like, I like to go to the movies. I like to make movies. And like, really, that's what I love
Hmm.
most is like going to the movies.
Oh,
Like it
so
just
good.
expands my world. It inspires me. It makes me so interested and curious. I get to like live in a different place when I'm watching a movie. And then, as I became an actor doing plays and whatnot, I just thought like, oh, well, I'm actually pretty good at this and I really like it.
Hmm.
I was a class clown. Like I didn't want to like study. I wanted to have fun. I wanted to make people laugh. I wanted to,
Yeah.
you name it. So it just it was a good fit. And, at this point, if I could give it up and switch to a career that was like stable and made me money, God, I would love to. Um, but it's just
Yeah.
I've opened that door and been like, come on, let's go.
Let's find out what's at the end
And
of
I'm
this
just like,
corridor.
yeah, and I'm like, great, no thank you.
The amount of times I've told people like I wish I knew maths the way I knew film because I'd be one of the richest people in the world. But
Yeah, yeah,
because I know film, there's no money in film. But like the amount of knowledge I have, I'm just like I wish I knew something else that was useful.
yeah. And at the same time, like when I'm able to do it, it's like this is what I want to be doing. Like when I get to have the experience, when I get to collaborate, there's nothing I'd rather be
Mm,
doing. So it's just kind of like take the ride and see where it goes,
perfect.
and just be happy with the journey.
So with all that being said and thinking about, what
Yeah,
was the first film you saw at the cinema or the theater?
it was The Little Mermaid, and
A banger.
I think I was about 4, and
Perfect.
it
Yeah.
was, yeah. I mean, it's an amazing.
Oh, like my parents used to make fun of me as a kid because I really liked it, and they were like, "Oh, it's a girls' film." Then and I was like, "Ah, no, it's a sick film. That's what it is, mum.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It's a good one. It's a good one."
It's a great movie. Yeah, I'm glad that was my first,
I
and I do remember even being like a little bit like, hey, this is kind of scary.
Ursula is not. You know,
This is a little scary.
there's
Yeah,
something in
yeah,
this which I don't feel good about. you know,
yeah, yeah.
nice. And do you think, with it being a Disney film that first sort of you saw at the cinema, do you think that may have triggered like that performance of it because there's song, there's performance, there's the whole gamut of emotion.
I have no idea.
No, it was colourful.
I
It
have
was
no
fun.
idea. I loved cartoons as a kid.
Yeah,
I grew up watching Looney Tunes and all of the above, and I just love cartoons.
yeah.
I loved them. And so, I think it was just my imagination was able to run wild with it.
You know,
You
even
know,
uh, even now, if on a Saturday I get up early enough and I know I've got nothing going on, I log onto my Plex server and I'll watch like an episode of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Biker Mice from Mars, like the old Batman animated thing, because
oh, amazing.
it's just like, oh, I just want to watch some cartoons on a Saturday morning. That's
Yes.
all I want to do right now.
Good for you.
Cheers,
Good
man.
for you, man.
Hey.
I gotta get that shit figured out. I love watching like X-Men.
Oh yeah,
God, that was
that
good.
was good. And
Incredible.
there's something about it that I wouldn't want to binge them. I wouldn't want to sit there and just consume episode after episode, but just on a Saturday morning, just, yeah, while I'm getting a cup of coffee and while I'm sorting out my day, if there's just some turtles on in the background, I'm like, nice.
One of my first dates was in preschool, and
Start young.
this girl Elizabeth, she was really she took the lead. She'd be like, "We're playing house, and you're playing this role," and I'd be like, "Okay."
Okay.
She'd call me on the phone and she'd say, "Do you want to come over? We can watch Ninja Turtles." And I said, "Great." We go over to watch. I go over to her house. We do watch Ninja Turtles, but it very quickly shifts into Sleeping Beauty, and she's asleep, and I have to kiss her to wake her up.
Oh.
And I was very nervous, but I also did what I was told.
Yeah, you're an actor.
So, hey, I take direction.
Flawlessly.
Yeah, flawlessly. Especially, yeah, she was great. I wonder what she's doing now. I want to thank her. Elizabeth, you were great.
There we go. I hope she hears this.
Hey,
Maybe.
man.
So cartoons were obviously something that you loved and things. What did you watch over and over again as a kid?
I mean, it's a hard thing because I keep thinking like, well, and we're talking like little kid, or are we talking like teenage years? I feel like the thing that pops into my head is like the years that I was watching like Saturday Night Live a lot.
Okay.
Like elementary school and into high school.
Would you be
And
the Mike Myers generation? Yeah.
yeah, Mike Myers and Will Ferrell and
Are we the same age?
I'm 41.
Okay, I'm 37. So
Okay.
same.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. Same-ish.
Yeah. You don't look 41.
Honestly, thank you. In my mind, the golden years, where I could come home,
Yeah.
And just turn on, like, for whatever reason, like I get home, turn on Comedy Central, and there it was. Will Ferrell, Anna Gasteyer, Tina Fey.
Oh, yeah.
Tina
Right.
Fey, if you're listening.
You should be doing something a
God.
lot better with your time. But yeah, I appreciate if you
Yes.
are listening, Tina.
First of all, spend your time more wisely.
Yeah, come on.
Second of all, give me a call. Would love to grab a coffee. But that all being said, like I think I probably watched Tommy Boy
Oh, shit. Okay.
more than anything else.
Fair enough.
Like I watched Tommy Boy a lot.
I had Tommy Boy, but I also had Beverly Hills Ninja.
Yeah.
So like
Yes.
we were big Farley guys in our house because obviously like all of the Adam Sandler stuff where he's like the bus driver in Billy Madison and stuff. Every time I saw him, I was like, I like this guy. I really like this guy.
He was the greatest,
So good.
the sweetest, the funniest, the most out of control. Like just a massive star.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, anything he was in, I wanted to watch over and over and over.
He had to burn out too quickly because there's no way he could have kept going, like in that way.
No, yeah. I mean, he will always be that legend.
Yeah, and like even just his like non-parts in the Wayne's World films,
Yeah,
just they're perfect.
Yeah.
They're excellent.
Yeah, he's always perfect.
Always perfect. And Spade's
Yeah,
good too.
yeah. He's great. He's great.
I think but
He's best with a Farley. I'll say that.
he is best with a Farley because otherwise, it feels like no one can like knock him down in the same way. Everyone else kind of lets him get away with being a bit cool.
Too much of a little prick.
Yeah.
Sorry, but not sorry.
No.
Like Farley was the perfect balance to him. They brought out the best.
They really did. And I tell you, when I watched that Sandler special where he did the Farley song at the end, did you see that?
Which one?
It was Sandler did like a special about 5, 6 years ago, I think, and he ended it with an acoustic like tribute to Farley,
Yeah. Yes.
and I was a
Yeah.
mess.
Oh, dude, definitely cried.
It's it was yeah,
Definitely.
like it's such a shame. It's such a shame that one, we lost him as an audience, but like Sandler had to lose him as his best friend and all that kind of stuff, and
Yeah.
it's just like, oh
Yeah.
my god, he was so good. But
I know. I know. And the fact is, like, we're all gonna die, and we never know when.
you never know when.
So, like,
Crack
shoot for
on,
the
just
stars.
keep
I gotta.
going.
I gotta remind myself, like, you just gotta like take the time you got and make the most of it.
I mean, like, yeah, I've had something recently. I won't go into it. With a family member that like has really made me have to go like, oh, okay, yep. Let's crack on. Let's make the
Yeah.
most of this because it might not. And when I got those
Yeah.
2 scripts rejected today, I was really just like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do it anymore. And it was like, no, because what's the other option? You just exist, not being
Yeah.
happy. Like,
And the fact is, there's a million ways to get something made.
oh my god, like, right?
You know, and like I'm at the point. I mentioned Alexa Palladino. Like I really like working with her, and we just had a conversation where like we've got 2 projects that we can make. We can shoot them on one of these newfangled iPhones,
Right.
and we can just fucking make them.
I
Just go and make it.
I recently I went on the that Netflix has like the list of cameras that are like Netflix approved, and I was
Yeah,
like, what's the cheapest one? And it was this Panasonic S1H. It's like 6K full frame. It's lovely, but it has the time code or whatever which they require. And I was like, how much is a second hand one of those? And it was like $1,000. And I was like,
hey,
right, so I'm gonna get that, a few lenses, and some kit. Like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna wait around for the rest of the team. I'm gonna go shoot it myself. And
yeah,
I'm really pleased I did that because I was like, now I can just shoot. It doesn't have to be
yes,
a plan. It doesn't have to be anything. I can just be like, I'm going to go up this mountain or this hill at
yeah,
sunset, and I'm just going to shoot it. And maybe something comes up, and if it doesn't, I've got a lovely shot.
yeah,
And
yeah,
it's yeah,
yeah. It's true. We really don't need to permission.
no,
We just need to inspire others to come with us.
which I think is where I'm getting to be. Is like this. That feels like it's the hardest point because everyone's got their own lives, and not everyone is fortunate enough to be able to dedicate their life like
Sure.
full time to doing this.
Yeah.
And friends of mine who are in this industry who have day jobs, when I'm like, hey, do you want to come over and we just like sort of work the script idea out, and they're like, I can come over tonight after 7:30, but I can't stay late because I've got work early in the morning. I'm just like, why don't you just come over in the day? Like in my head, I'm just like, why don't you just come over in the day? We'll just work on it. Like I'm free at 2, and they're like, no, I'm at work, and I'm like, oh, all right, fucking all right then. So yeah,
Yeah. Screw them, man.
fuck 'em.
Taking care of themselves.
Yeah. Well, you got a family? Good for you. All right.
Good. Yeah.
Fucking
God,
idiots.
what are they thinking?
Um. So, what was the first R-rated film you saw, and how old were you?
Okay. I think I was probably around 8. I have an older brother.
Okay. How much older?
He's 6 years older than I am,
Okay.
and I don't know if I think he would just be like, yeah, these kinds of movies are cool, or like this is great. But I'm pretty sure I had a buddy over for a sleepover, and we're like, hey, we're gonna watch an R-rated movie, and we had a box, so like we could get Skinamax and
Ayo.
HBO and so if my memory serves me correctly, it was Under Siege,
Okay. Nice.
Steven
Yeah.
Seagal, where in the part that I remember the most from being, a young kid, 8, 10, 11, was when like the girl pops out of the birthday cake.
Mm-hmm.
Say no more. Um, and then right on the heels of that, it must have been later than this because I don't remember when it came out. But like another one that I knew I wasn't supposed to watch was Pulp Fiction,
Yeah.
and that one was one where I was just like, holy shit,
You
a movie can be this good.
and did you get that thing where you knew you weren't meant to watch it, and you kind of got a little like your heart was fluttering because you were like, "Oh, I shouldn't be
Oh yeah,
watching this. I'm
yeah.
not gonna look
Oh yeah,
away.
and like ears listening for like the
Anyone
parents.
coming? No.
Can I come
Oh
in?
my
And like
god.
figuring out like, okay, if someone comes, how quickly can I
Yeah.
switch
What
to
what was
whatever
I
it is?
accidentally watching instead of?
Yes, yes. So, but my buddy brought over Pulp Fiction, and the first time I saw it, we only saw a little over half of it because the VCR died.
Hmm.
It was terrible, but we ended up finishing it later on. But yeah, yeah, Pulp Fiction, that was incredible, viewing experience.
It's those early Tarantino sort of memories, like because mine was Reservoir Dogs. I watched
Yeah,
probably too young, and at the time I was just like, "What is this? Like this isn't a film I've seen before." But like, as in, not just obviously I haven't seen it, but like this isn't done like a film I've seen before. And I was like, I
right.
don't know what's going on. Like, as in this doesn't feel like I'm not like this isn't Jurassic Park. Like
Right,
this
right,
isn't
right,
what's
right.
going on. So being able to watch those things, like I eventually wasn't a Tarantino fan for a long time. I got reasons. Jealousy is probably one of them, and I'm not too big to admit that. Like it's purely
Sure,
jealousy.
sure.
Um, but because I would watch, I'd be like, oh, well, what's that meant to be, or what's that based on? I watched a lot of old Hong Kong cinema because of Tarantino,
Mm,
and then it was like, well, now I'm way into like Hong Kong cinema because of those films. And then you're like,
that's cool.
that journey you sort of take with yourself, where you're like, well, who's that guy? Harvey Keitel. What's he been in? Mean Streets. What's Mean Streets? I'll watch that.
Yeah,
Who's this guy? Bobby De Niro. Who's Bobby De Niro? And then you just chain
yeah,
it along, and you're like, oh fucking hell! How
yeah,
would I have found these people had I not just
yeah.
gone? He's good. They're good. Where's this?
Well, yeah, I mean, especially back in the day when we didn't have, the internet
Yeah.
and AI and, all these websites that tell you what to look at.
I
It was like follow the breadcrumbs.
My dad used to ask me because like my dad's big into French cinema and Italian cinema. But if I was ever like, I'd mentioned seeing like Koyaanisqatsi, and he was like, "How the hell do you know about Koyaanisqatsi?" Like he goes, "Where did you find that film?" And I was
Yeah,
like, I I thought that the DVD cover looked interesting, and that was all I
yeah,
had.
yeah.
And
I watched that in high school. I was in a video production academy, and they showed us that, and I was mind blown.
I think I went pretty bonkers for it for a while. I did Koyaanisqatsi and then Poyaanisqatsi. Then I did Kronos, Baraka, and Samsara, which was like the next like trilogy and a different thing of it. And
Yeah,
I just got far too into like just show me beautiful shots.
yeah,
I don't care.
yeah,
It's
yeah. I mean,
beautiful.
back in high school, it's like getting high and just watching
All right.
things.
It's
Which
just
sometimes was just the Apple screen. What was it? The original Apple iTunes, which was
oh the visualizer,
definitely the best Apple iTunes.
100%.
So simple,
Back when it
so
was green.
navigable. I don't even remember. I just remember. Yeah, you played it. I would play Radiohead, and just after hanging out with my friends, getting stoned, and just sitting at my computer and just watching and
Mm.
just being completely entranced. I'm sure it was a deep form of meditation.
It must have been, and I have to think that like there's a thing that we're missing. Obviously, there was a simplicity in life at that age,
Yeah,
but there's that thing of like, how comes I used to just be able to watch trailers on Apple for some reason, film trailers on
yeah,
Apple, and I would just watch like three or four trailers in a row, and at the end of it, just be like, that was good, and feel
yeah,
like zenned out because it's just like just watch
yeah.
some trailers.
Well, I feel like for me, the feeling was like hope.
Mm,
There's things coming that look really great.
yay, I got that to look
You
forward
know,
to at least.
I get to go see this in the movie theater
Yeah.
at some point. And when I was a kid, like that was easy because me and my friends would just sneak into the movies. Don't do that these days. We need the money,
Pay the
but
ticket, everyone.
pay the ticket.
Please pay. Also, when you go to the theatre, buy food and drink. It's expensive, but that's the only way the theatre makes any money. So
Yeah,
you gotta buy a
got to do
ticket,
it.
buy the food, have a lovely day. It's expensive,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
it is.
Do you guys have AMC's
We don't have
in?
AMC's now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how good or bad it is, but it's lovely to have an AMC movie. What is it? A list membership.
Oh right, yeah.
For the price of like one IMAX film, I can see 3 movies a
Oh,
week.
don't. There's Odeon Lux, or there's like Odeon Premiere and then Cineworld Unlimited, and they're the same deal, and I think they're like $15 a month, and you're just
Yeah,
like, and I can see everything I want. All right, cool, done,
yeah,
done.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So yeah,
Nice. Oh, also, the Odeon that we have, all the seats are recliners.
a lot of the AMC's are. I saw Begonia last
Oh,
night,
nice.
fully reclined,
Yeah.
so comfortable.
I
Absolutely, you can't like. I could be comfortable at home,
Sure.
but not with like an amazing
Mm.
projection with this amazing recliner. It was just
I saw
incredible.
one battle after another fully reclined with like
Oh,
my
nice.
keys and my wallet on the little table so that I hadn't have
Yeah.
to worry about anything. And I was just like, well, this is perfect. And it's like,
Oh
that's
God.
all I want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I
Totally.
have a
I mean,
fine setup in my office. There's a 55-inch 4K here and a big old seat. It's not the same.
it's not the
It's
same.
not the same.
It's just not.
And as you can see, I have
It's
a
not.
lot of films to get through.
Yeah, I can see. I mean,
It's
you're doing well.
it's an addiction. Let's not get into it.
Yeah. Okay.
There's every format as well. There's like VHS, there's Laserdisc, there's
Amazing.
uh, Chinese VCDs of Jackie Chan films.
What is VCD?
So it's essentially a video CD across. It's like a film across two. It's VHS quality, uh, but for a long time that was the only way that I could get like Jackie Chan films
Oh my
because
God.
my mum, mum's an interior designer, and she would go to China for like buying like buyers
Yeah.
things, and then she'd come back with a load of VCDs for me, and I'd be like, "Yeah, new Jackie Chan."
Amazing.
So yeah,
Jackie Chan.
oh god,
Another treasure.
love him. Cannot get
Treasure.
enough of Jackie Chan films.
No. No.
So, what was the first film that you watched that you considered like grown up?
I mean, Pulp
You know
Fiction.
what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, fair.
Definitely Pulp Fiction.
I
Um,
remember that like the Gimp scene when I was a kid. That was definitely a scene that I was like, I shouldn't be watching this. Like, I just
yeah.
shouldn't be watching this. I know I'm wrong for doing this.
Oh God, let me see if there's any others. I mean, I watched a lot of when I was a kid. I watched a lot of like the Harrison Ford
Ooh,
films, like The Patriot and
Clear and Present Danger.
Clear and Present Danger. Oh God, I
Air Force
love
One.
Harrison Ford. I love Harrison Ford
So
films,
good.
and I was young. I think I was young to be watching those, and
But
I would brag to my
yeah,
friends.
but I would be the same with Bruce Willis movies when I was a kid. I was just like,
I heard,
I love Bruce Willis movies, and they're like, what are you on about? And I'm like, right, here we go. Go watch 12 Monkeys, mate. It's sick.
oh, dude, yes, yes. Yeah, I mean, my brother showed me a lot of like great movies when I was a kid. He'd be like, "This is amazing." My brother's the kind of guy he sees a movie and he likes it. He'll watch it over and over and over and
Nice.
over and over and
Nice.
over. And the film that I watched most in my life, by far, is The Big Lebowski.
Oh, beautiful.
It's just entrancing. It's just perfect to me. I would kill to have a career a quarter as amazing as
I
his.
just picked up The Vanishing.
I haven't seen.
It's his film with Keith Sutherland. It's from 1993. It's a remake of I want to say a Dutch film, but it's the same director. You know how
Oh, interesting.
Haneke did Funny Games and then he did his own remake?
Did not know
This guy did the same thing. And it's early 90s Jeff Bridges, and I'm like, yeah, give me some of that, you know. And then you'll tell me about a modern Jeff Bridges, and I'm like, give me some of that. There's not a bad period of Jeff Bridges.
there's not. There just isn't. What the Fisher King?
Yeah,
Yeah, Vanishing. I gotta.
The Vanishing, yeah, man. Check it out. Try and check out the original as well, because have you seen Speak No Evil?
No.
So there's an English language one with James McAvoy, and then there's like a
Oh, yeah. I saw the one with. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I just. Sorry, I did just see the one with James Max.
So that is the same thing where there's a Dutch or a Swedish original, not Swedish,
Okay.
whatever, And apparently it's in that same thing with The Vanishing where like the original is much darker and nastier. The English language ones are Hollywood endings.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I do like that about foreign European films,
yeah,
even though I'm a European,
yeah.
that they don't feel like you don't
They just
deserve
make
an
what they
ending.
want to.
They're just like, here's the end. It's miserable. Fuck off.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I think that's. I mean, most times it's the better ending.
100%.
You know, and I didn't see the American version, but the let the right one
Oh
in.
yeah,
Oh
yeah, that was good.
God, that one just fucking killed. I love
That
that
was
film.
one that my dad was just like, "You seen Let the Right One In?" And I was like, "A horror film, Dad? You don't like horror films?" And he was like, "This one's good." And I was like, "All right."
Yeah, I mean it
It's
is. It's
bloody
very
good.
good.
It's so good. But there's that sort of snowy eastern block where it's all
Yeah.
just miserable. Have you ever seen Decalogue?
No.
Ah, Decalogue is it's the same guy that did the Three Colors trilogy, and
Oh, yeah.
it's modern day takes on the Ten Commandments. I say modern day takes. It was filmed in like 1988, but
Okay.
they're all set in sort of Poland in the 80s, and they're all
Yeah.
takes on the Ten Commandments, and they are bleak but also wonderful. Like,
Amazing.
and again, there's something about bleak films where I'm just like, oh yeah, go on then, give me some of that.
Yeah, I think we need it.
Sometimes,
I think we need it. Like it's like reading, Chekhov. It's bleak, but like it's also filled with gallows humor,
yeah.
and like there's a certain lightness that comes from acknowledging and spending some time in the bleakness.
I struggle to relate to people who haven't had their life fall apart at some point in their life.
Yeah,
Because if it's been clear sailing all their days, I'm like, yeah, I can't talk to you.
yeah,
You've never
yeah. Well,
looked down the
and most of
barrel,
the it's got to be a lie too, right?
right? It's like,
But I mean, I have to tell myself.
so you got to have something shit happen. Jesus Christ!
Yeah, something terrible's happened to you. You may not even know it, but
I
probably.
feel bad for you. You don't even know it's bad.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So, what film holds a special place in your heart?
Mm, God, it's hard to say. Growing up, the people would always say I would love whatever movie I saw.
Mm.
I just love watching movies. I'm far more critical these days, but on that whole, you know what it's Royal Tenenbaums.
Oh, nice. That is a good
It
one.
was on the very first date I went on with my first real girlfriend in high school. I picked her up and we went and saw the Royal Tenenbaums in theaters.
Nice.
And we both were just like mind blown.
Yeah.
And instantly I went and I burned the CD of the soundtrack.
Yeah.
And like we would just make out for hours listening to the soundtrack.
I think it was the
Like
first.
every day. It seems like every day for weeks.
Yeah, and it was probably 2 afternoons.
Yeah,
But
totally.
it's the
We dated for like I don't
the
know,
duration
I
of the
don't even
film.
know. Six months.
Yeah. It was definitely the first time I was aware of like Elliott Smith from that soundtrack,
Yeah.
and it was like,
Oh,
oh,
dude.
this is horrible and miserable, but
So angsty,
give me more.
so emo.
Yeah.
I fell in love with Wes Anderson in that moment, and I've watched next to The Big Lebowski. That's the film I've watched the most.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah,
When I was Tenenbaums was the first one that I watched of his films, and I was like, well, this is excellent. Like, I love this. And then Life Aquatic was my favorite for the longest period of time. I have a Life Aquatic tattoo, which is
Okay.
it's the same one that Bill Murray has, where it's Jacqueline crossed out and then Deep Search and an anchor.
incredible.
So I got that in
Oh
the
my god,
back of my car.
that's hilarious. It's hilarious.
And like it's just something about those films that I think they really capture a wonderful way of storytelling. And also, like, I really like seeing Bill Murray being like sad. Like,
I love it. I love Bill Murray and Wes Anderson films.
they're so good. There's just that dryness and the sadness in his eyes, but there's also the humor in there as well. And you're just like, oh, I want to be that guy.
I want him to be my uncle.
Yeah.
I want to see him at every family event, every funeral, every birthday party.
And just be like, what's going on with you? And then like being like, oh, that's
Bill Murray there to make this the awkward small chat fun.
Would be good. Though I will say, where do you stand with Wes Anderson now?
I did struggle with the Phoenician Scheme.
I think since
it's getting real dialed.
Yes.
It's feeling like there's not space to breathe for the actors.
I think since the Grand Budapest Hotel, it may have gotten to Wes Anderson. Grand Budapest felt like the last one where people could still play.
Yeah. Ray Fiennes in that.
So good.
I mean, it does not get better than Ray Fiennes in that movie.
I never used to give that man any credit. I was like, he's a fine actor, whatever. I'd never seen him on the stage, so, Okay.
Neither have I.
And I was like, everything I've seen him in films, he's fine, but, like, he's not quite. And then I saw that film, and I was like, oh, I was so wrong. So wrong. He's so good.
He's a master. Him in Bruges, I love.
Yeah, that is good.
But yeah, I even liked. I did like the short films that Wes Anderson did.
I liked a couple recently. Of them.
Yeah, Netflix.
They were good. They were all right. But I do think like Asteroid City, Phoenician Scheme, French Dispatch, they're all starting to feel a bit like, oh, they're all the same.
Yeah, they're starting to feel a little bit emotionally less full. I don't want to say hollow because I don't think that's true, but
no, they're still done with a lot of love. But I feel like you love your films.
I want to see the actors letting it rip again. Yes. Like a little bit of Bottle Rocket, a little bit of Darjeeling Limited.
Ooh, yeah.
Which is one that I'm just crazy about. And like
that was a soundtrack I played.
I would literally give an arm to be able to work with him.
It would be I've thought about this like recently. I was like, if I was working on a set of like a Scorsese or a Wes Anderson, I don't think I'd be able to take any of it in. I think I'd just be there like no, I'm watching someone perform surgery in another language. I don't know what I'm expected to learn here. Like, it's too much.
Yeah, God, I would love to know if I would be too overwhelmed or if I'd just be like, fuck it, I belong here, I'm doing it.
That's the hope, isn't it? That's the hope, is that you go like,
of course.
they're gonna discover me, and then that's
the hope is like, oh, finally, I feel at home. So we'll see.
You never know. Wes might be listening to this.
Yeah.
What's your controversial opinion on a famous film?
Yeah. So my experience watching Mulholland Drive was pretty quickly. I was like, okay, cool, beautiful. What the fuck is going on?
I'm pleased you said.
And then and then I'd say, okay, well, get your head in the game. Like, this is art. Like, there is something here that I'm not seeing yet. Is there? And I just keep looking, and I'd be like, God damn it! What the fuck is it? Why are people telling me there's something here? I don't see anything. And so I got so mad when I watched that movie. I was just so mad because I wanted to get it, but I didn't get it, and I was trying to figure out what it was, and I was pretty sure there was not much to get, and I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah.
I was in drama school, and people were like, "Yeah,
it's so good."
Mulholland Drive's genius. And then I can't remember if I went to those people and asked them like, "Well, what's so genius?"
Yeah, you fucking
about?
Tell me why. Tell me why. Go on.
Yeah,
if you can, because I bet you fucking can't.
Yeah. I mean, what are your thoughts on Mulholland Drive?
With age, I have come to realize that I liked what David Lynch represented, but I don't necessarily think I liked his films.
Yeah. I mean, I love Twin Peaks.
The first series.
Yes, the first series.
I love Wild at Heart.
I don't think I saw.
I love The Straight Story. You see that one?
Didn't see that one.
You didn't see that one?
No.
Blue Velvet. Blue Velvet.
Loved. Yeah.
That was shot in North Carolina.
Yeah.
It's there are elements of Lynch that I very much enjoy. I have either the Criterion or the Blu-ray or the 4K of most of his work, like, because I want to watch it. Like, right, give it to me in the best version possible, so I'm not the one.
Yeah.
I'm not the one.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
let me see what we can do. But every time I put one on, I'm just like, this shit would not fly today.
Yeah.
If you hadn't been David Lynch, go fuck yourself. This wouldn't have got made. Inland Empire, no chance. Lost Highway, get off.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Just, I was going through a pretty bad breakup once. My buddy was like, come over, we'll watch a film. And I was like, oh, yeah, thank you. You're weeping. You put on fucking Lost Highway. Halfway through, I'm like, I'm going, man. I ain't got a fucking clue what's going on. Like, I can't deal with this. This is too much.
Yeah. Do you think that was by design?
I don't
He's
know.
like, I'll have him over. I'll make him feel loved, and then I'll put it on a movie that gets him out of here.
Oh my god. I don't know if anyone knows what's going on emotionally.
No,
when they put on a film, when they watch a Lynch film. So yeah.
I don't know. And like you, I really appreciate David Lynch.
Yeah.
And I loved watching him in movies.
Yes, I could watch him for days.
And I loved. I read his book, Catching the Big Fish, and he's a big TM guy, and I've been practicing TM for 16 years now.
Well
so like, I really connect with him on that and like the creativity that it opens up. And I think he's done amazing things.
Yes.
But some of his stuff, I'm just like, Mulholland Drive. I think it was maybe what made me so mad was that everybody was saying it was so good, and I felt like I had missed out. And like, I went and I made a concerted effort to watch it, and then I was like, why don't I get it?
Yeah. Why am I the idiot? How comes
and
everyone's so smart?
And maybe it's a me problem. I'm open to that.
It might be, but I think people don't want to look stupid, and they say they understand it. I think it's the same thing with a lot of Nolan films. I think a lot of people claim that he's a genius when actually, not so much.
Oh, I think he's a genius.
Okay.
I did love Inception. And did I fully understand it? Probably not. But goddamn, did I love having my brain twisted in those ways.
Fair.
And he's so good at scale. He's so good at
it. Yeah, I'll give him that for scale.
And Dunkirk was... I got to see Dunkirk on 70 millimeter at the Cinerama Dome. That's the last thing I saw there. And it was glorious.
That bit when the boys are drowning in the dark, yes. I was in so much fear watching that. I was like, that's it. That's the nightmare. Well done. You found it. You found the fucking nightmare. And Dunkirk is... So I'm not a massive... I like early Nolan. Then from the Batman films onwards, I think he's been a bit hit and miss. Yeah. But Dunkirk is one that I will be like, oh no, Dunkirk's...
Were you an Oppenheimer guy?
No.
No. Oh, I loved it.
I thought the first hour, it was moving like it was a trailer, and we didn't stop. And then the second hour was all about the bomb. And then the third hour was about communism. And I was like... I feel like we got 3 films here, and none of them link up. And I told this to someone who produced one of my films, and she was just like, fucking hell, that's the whole point. And I was like, no, that can't be the whole point. And it was a similar thing where it's like, am I just being stupid? And then I was like, no, stick to your guns. You don't like it.
Yeah. Hey, like we talked about earlier, we don't gotta like everything. We're not supposed to like everything.
It'd be boring if we all liked the same things.
It really would be.
Fucking would.
It would be. It might be easier to predict things if everybody liked the same thing.
Hey,
but God, would it be boring?
I'd put The Rock in a film and I'd make millions.
Yeah, I mean,
they seem to be doing that.
I don't know if that happened on Smashing Machine.
I think that's proof that, when it's like the Safdie brothers, Benny wasn't the one that was doing the work, and it's like the Coen brothers, the other one. I can't remember that. Like whoever's doing the films at the moment, they're not the one that's doing it well.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah. I know. Watching Runaway Dolls.
That's it.
Was pain, painful.
And
It's just not
I don't want
what I
to.
want.
I don't ever want to watch a Coen film, whether it's solo or as a duo. I don't ever want to watch a Coen film and feel like, oh, that's a shame,
I know, I know. They need to
because
get, they need to do it
back
together, and they need to
together.
make the best movies on the planet.
Is that too much to ask?
Apparently, apparently.
Um. So, what have you been watching recently?
I just watched Task.
Okay.
Well, last night I watched Begonia.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking loved it.
Beautiful. I
Yorgos
haven't seen it yet.
Lanthimos
So,
is one of my favorite filmmakers because he's out of the box, man.
and whoever is financing him is just giving him like, you got another one? Go. Just go. Just keep going.
Yeah,
And it's
and
like,
bless them,
fucking hell.
bless them.
Yeah.
Just keep giving him money
Yeah.
because he really sparks my imagination. He makes incredible movies with incredible actors that give incredible performances, and it's not easy to do that.
No.
And he does it over and over again, and they're so twisted in such a lovely way. Like, have you seen The Killing of a Sacred Deer?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that movie is
Yeah.
haunting,
Yeah.
terrifying.
Yeah.
So I love that. One Battle After Another, I fucking loved.
Good.
Like, what
Yeah.
a ride!
That was
It's so funny.
so
All
funny.
I mean, the performances that these big guys are giving are some of my favorites I've ever seen. Leo, Sean Penn, Benicio, like,
So I didn't know Benicio was in it. So when he like appeared, like I grabbed my friend's arm because I was like, "Oh my god,
oh
Benicio's in this!"
yeah,
I was so
it's,
excited.
it's brilliant. Bob's trying to plug in his phone. Come on,
Come
Bob.
on,
Come on,
come
Bob.
on. Hey,
Bob, we gotta go,
take your
Bob.
shoes off the tatami. Come on.
Yeah, it's just like the whole thing was just
It
lovely
was
and,
so good.
it's just incredible.
So good.
Um,
And
but
Sean
yeah,
Penn doing one of the finest RFK Jr. like impressions I've ever seen.
I didn't. I did not even think about that. Jesus Christ! I mean, he just looked like a murder rooster to
Mm,
me. Like, just his fucking walk
just
at the end,
going. Yeah.
like near the end of the film when he's after the big ba 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 boom ba boom ba boom, he's walking down the fucking road, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? This is absolute incredible
Penn
cinema.
is one of those actors where I find him off camera to be potentially a problematic man, but his performances are so good that I am just
Yeah.
like, fuck, you're good at your craft. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing else that I can be angry about here.
It's such a disservice to try and judge actors on who they are as people. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Unless they are slaughtering
Yeah.
children. Like,
Yeah,
it's their
unless they're
personal life, man. Let them crack on.
weird people, intense people, quiet people, they make great actors.
I don't want to be one of those people that sort of, gives them the okay, if that makes sense. Because obviously, if they're doing something that's bad or horrible,
Sure.
yeah, I don't want to do that. But you're right. If these people had the same thought processes and the same like rituals as everyone else, the performances wouldn't be there. And I'm not saying that that gives them the okay to be arseholes,
No.
but I do think as well that it's like, but if that's what gets the performance out of it, like maybe you got to do it. Maybe you got to
Yeah.
do it.
Well, life is full of, contrasting personalities and people, and that's what we need for
Yeah.
good films.
And
You know,
if you've been in Hollywood for that long, like, I can't imagine that your brain is wired correctly. No offense, but like, I just feel like the longer you're there, you're
Yeah.
not in the real world anymore. So
No, it's really true. It's true. Yeah. As many types of people as there are, you're going to see them on screen,
yeah,
and it's not all going to be like, politically correct, lovely, gentle,
I
humanitarian people.
I also
And
think
I was just going to say, like, the thing that we've lost in this world is tolerance for people that are different or like don't agree with us. And like you said, there's a spectrum, nobody wants to enable people who are hurting people.
no, of course not.
But yeah, I mean, especially in art, it's like what do you want from art? Do you want just whitewashed, homogenized bullshit, or do you
Yeah.
want something that's going to spark some interest or some conversation, even if it's in directions that are
If
uncomfortable?
you're flicking that paintbrush and there isn't some fuck you behind it, like
Yeah,
then you don't get fuck you on the print, like on the paper.
yeah,
It's not there. You
yeah,
can't pretend. You got to have a fuck you in you. And yeah,
yeah,
I think that thing with tolerance, there seems to be a thing people forget that you're allowed to disagree, and you don't have to say anything about it. I can just disagree.
yeah,
You've got that
yeah.
opinion. I've got another opinion. Should we just
How lovely.
should we argue about it? No, we don't have to. You've got
Yeah,
your thoughts. I've got mine.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah. I think healthy debate is fun.
If you lose healthy
You know?
debate, we're in trouble. Like,
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, that's definitely been unquestionable territory the last few years. I think we still got it. I think we still got it some
some
places, but
places
not many.
it's the people on the very outskirts of both sides. I'm a very liberal man, but like even I have to like acknowledge that there are people who are damaging on my side of the sort of
Yeah,
the fence, where it's like you got to pick your fucking battles, people. You can't get angry at every fucking thing, because then
yeah,
you lose your power. And you got to pick. You got to decide: is this the one that is this the hill we're gonna die on? No, right then. Then in our own ways, let's deal with it.
yeah,
Accept that we
yeah.
don't have any control, and let's try and work something out. And then same on both sides, I'd say. But
I
yeah,
think you get too radical in any direction, it's not going to be
that's
helpful.
the thing. Radical. If you're radical in any direction, you're going wrong.
Yeah, because then you're not listening anymore, and you're
No.
not able to find middle ground. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, that's good. Anyway, well, thank you for coming on. It's been wonderful speaking with you. What
So lovely.
what's
Thank you
your
for having me.
what's your day looking like for the rest of today?
I've got some photo work.
Lovely.
I am editing some photo shoots.
What do you
Hopefully, going to be.
what do you shoot on?
I shoot on a Canon R. Yeah,
Canon guy, are you? I used to be a Nikon
yeah, I'm a
guy.
Canon guy. I've got old Canon 35 millimeter cameras from the 80s, and I shoot on
I'm
the new R.
currently trying to sell my Mamiya RB67 medium format.
Oh shit!
It's
Nice.
it's beautiful, but it's a studio camera, so it's an absolute tank. And I would love
Yeah,
to get like a Hasselblad 500 cm or something instead.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's a,
I want to get me a little Rolleiflex.
oh yeah, yeah,
You know,
one of them bad
exactly,
boys. I got my dad one a
exactly.
few years ago, because Dad was always so. Dad used to be a fashion photographer,
Oh wow.
and like a art editor on fashion mags in the sort of
Amazing.
70s, and like he's been in that world. He's been doing all those things for years, um, and he had cameras that worked for him. He didn't have to buy anything that was like fancy. So then I'd come into a bit of money when I worked finance for a while. Rebelling against my artistic
Okay.
parents. I worked for a bank, but I got my dad like a nice Raleigh, like TLR. So that's
Oh,
good. Yeah,
nice, nice, fantastic,
but yeah.
fantastic.
Do you still shoot much film?
Um, I've got about 30 rolls of film that need scanning. So I told myself until I scan those, I'm not shooting another roll.
Yeah.
I did shoot 2 rolls for a portrait a month and a half ago
Mm.
because they requested it. It was great. But yeah, and I've got a couple of old box cameras that I like to just play around with. They're
Oh,
lightweight.
nice.
I just take them out. It's kind of a mystery what I'm going to get from them, which is fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, I do. I love shooting film.
Oh, lovely. I when I discovered Cine Still, I went mad for it for a
Oh
while.
yeah.
I went
Oh
absolutely
yeah.
bonkers for
Yeah, it's
that.
great. It's great. I usually shoot either Portra or
Yeah.
like
Ectar?
Delta black and white.
What have
Um,
I got up here?
no. Hey, there you go.
Some
Boom.
120 Portra,
Nice.
and then what else is in here? I think there's some H5. There's some Ectar and FP4 Ilford.
Oh, nice.
So,
Nice, man.
but yeah.
Yeah, man.
Well,
It's so fun. It's so expensive now.
Oh, it's the worst. Like, it's the fucking worst. The last time I did a proper film photography shoot was about 10 years ago, and I went to Iceland with my medium format camera, and I shot like geysers going off and fucking waterfalls and all that shit. And it was lovely, beautiful shots. And that was almost when I just sort of went like, and I think that's it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get nicer shots, and I'm not going to bother anymore. Like, I'll go digital. It's easier. I just won't bother. And it's a shame.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. It's true.
But yeah, I'm a f3 Nikon guy for my 35.
Oh, okay.
But you know what? Let's not get into cameras because
let's not.
Everyone's got their own opinions. Anyway, it's been lovely to speak to you. And,
dude. So good to see you again. So nice to talk to you. Really lovely conversation.
Thank you.
I feel like we could talk for another hour.
Easy, especially now we're getting into cameras, but we won't.
I know. We didn't even get into cameras. We didn't get into what you're working on next.
Oh, duh. So many things.
But let's keep in touch.
100%. All right, excellent. Well, I'll speak to you soon.
All right, sounds good.
This has been a Lovable Rogue Productions podcast. Thank you to everyone that listened. If you want to help out your life in film, then download it, like it, share it, and give the pod a follow. I didn't realise till starting this that a download is the way they measure success and not just a listen. So, listening means nothing. Make sure you check out my guests on their socials, which will be in the description of the episode. Take a look at my letterboxd. I've made a list of all the films that have been mentioned on the pod. There's fucking hundreds. So you can find some good films there. There is some good ones. There's some fucking weird ones, and I love them. Quick shout out to some of the podcasts I'm listening to. Caliber 9 from Outer Space. That's Rob and Joe's. That's really good. And then The Villain Was Right. That's a great fun. Check that out. If you really want to be a mensch, give me that money. There's a link in the description. It'll explain it all. But a download and a share is excellent, and I actually appreciate that a lot more than you'd think. We currently have no sponsors, but I am open to them. I'll shill anything. I don't care. This has been a Lovable Rogue production. Thank you for listening.